is what this once proud and profitable company sorely needs. What was once a captivating, trend-setting program has now deteriorated into a cliched, let's be honest, boring snooze fest that is in dire need of a knight in shining armor. Television ratings, downward spiral. Pay-per-view buy rates, plummeting. Mainstream acceptance, non-existent. And reactions of the live crowds, complete and utter silence. You're silent because you're embarrassed to be here. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for you. And the reason why you're embarrassed is because of the steady stream of uninteresting, untalented, mediocre sports entertainers who you're forced to cheer for and care for. No wonder you're not cheering. You can care less about every single idiot in that dressing room.
Now, here's Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin.
All right, so Bray Wyatt released by the WWE. This is going to be a fun one. I wish I'd been awake earlier and not been away from my computer because I would have loved to go live with this the minute I heard about this. I want to say thank you to everybody who tweeted me the second this happened over an hour ago, because you all know that normally I'm usually first person on this type of shit. And back in the day, man, we'd be right on it. But I was doing something else, didn't see the news, and here we go. So we saw this fucking coming, sort of. I mean, let's break down to. Remember when I said you can play devil's advocate if you wanted and say that Bray Wyatt had some kind of breakdown and they were like, all right, what do? We'll give it to Alexa. And then Bray never recovered. But all the news reports, so we can throw that out the window. I just want to dismiss that right now because Bray Wyatt is the same people that gave the news of all this stuff. Bray Wyatt was preparing to come back in August. He had been working out. We had seen pictures of him. He was ready to come back. He was building up and ready to go. I'm coming back. Here we go. Whatever the reason was he left, whether it was medical, physical, mental, or because of them and mental, or whatever it was, he was coming back, and he was preparing and getting ready to come back in August. We saw the pictures of him slimming down. All kinds of things. Clearly, he was building something. And he found out that he was released out of nowhere, he says, allegedly. And the reason is budget cuts. That's the breaking news right now, is that the reason is budget cuts. Budget cuts. The company is making more fucking money than ever. In fact, we have to listen to that stupid fucking fact thrown in our faces by WWE bots on Twitter or retards on Twitter every single fucking day. Oh, I'm worried the attendance is dropping. The quality of the product just gets worse and worse. They're making more money than they ever made. Yeah, real good. Real great. The show's making more money, but they suck. Why are they losing to AEW in the key demo? Why are there tarps on the fucking audience before COVID happened? Why do they have to bring back Cena to sell out a New York building? AEW is going to sell out a fucking New York building with no Cena, no Roman, no nobody else. See, fucking AEW is going to fucking sell out the goddamn, that Chicago arena. They're going to sell out the fucking United Center. Just on the fucking tease that Punk is going to be there. Like, oh, Punk's going to be here. We're not saying it, though, but guess what could happen? Oh, 14,000 tickets sold on a pre-sale. But you would have to go get Goldberg and Cena and all this shit, and maybe you'd sell those. Maybe. I mean, oh my God, does this coincide with the other day with Vince McMahon? The other day, Vince McMahon at the shareholders meeting. Let's listen to that again, because this plays right into that. WWE is on drugs. They literally gave this gimmick to Alexa Bliss. They were like, yo, good idea, Bray Wyatt. We like your idea. Let's give it to Alexa now. Oh, I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. Yeah, we don't like that. That's getting over with fans. Get out of here. Ryback bullying people. That's not going to work for us. Get out of here. Just countless over and over again. Oh, Lana, you're really good with Rusev, but let's try to make you a wrestler now. Oh, Karrion Kross, you're the NXT champion. Come up and lose on fucking national TV to fucking drunk driving Jeff Hardy. That's a great idea. So the NXT champion that all these people have kind of heard about but haven't been watching the show, instead of having him come up and do something crazy to where you'd be like, oh, I should start watching NXT maybe. That guy's crazy. I want to see what he does on NXT. And helping your other brand. Instead, what you do is just he fucking loses and looks like a fucking retard asshole. Karrion Kross looks like a fucking retard asshole. And you know who else looks like a fucking retard asshole? Vince McMahon. You look like a fucking retard asshole. You fucking retarded fuck. Who gives a fucking gimmick that Bray Wyatt comes up with to fucking Alexa Bliss. And you get rid of fucking Bray Wyatt. Vince McMahon, I want to piss in your face at this point. I want to pee all over you. This explains why they didn't hire me. This explains why they hired Vic Joseph and didn't hire me. They were like, oh, here's a soulless Nosferatu fuck. We like you. Oh, Joe, you got too much personality, bro. You got too much of a voice. You're too crazy. We have to hire Vic Joseph, who's the second coming of Michael Cole. That's who we want. We want robotic, boring piles of shit that we can control. Like fully control. Like our hands up their ass, molesting their intestines and insides control. That's what they want. That explains everything. You want your company to die. That's what it is. I think they're gonna. What are they gonna sell the company because they've been too public for all this time? They realize that they'll never get the company back. So they're like, okay, that's it. We're gonna sell WWE and not give a shit. Then we're gonna try to make cruise control, sell WWE, and then take over AEW with Tony Khan. Like Tony Khan's gonna bring on the McMahons into his company. I mean, like, what's going on here? What other reason is there? How did Pat McAfee get into WWE? I want to know that. I want to know what love is. I want to know how Pat McAfee somehow got into WWE. He's got way too much personality, way too much charisma, way too much character. He's way too spontaneous. How in the world is Pat McAfee in this company? He is an anomaly. And they act like they can't believe someone exists like this. They're like, oh, he's just so different and excited about the product and everything. It's like, dude, they keep saying it. You fucking know the problem and you don't care. Michael Cole's like, I've been reinvigorated. I feel more alive now. Yeah? You know how you felt for the last 10 years? Dead! Dead! For the last fucking 10 years. Dead. Michael Cole, corpse. Jerry the King Lawler, an old guy now who just makes weird old man jokes. Oh, I thought maybe they'd be puppies. Or like whatever. He's not allowed to say anything anymore. Jerry Lawler comes on the show and is just this weird, happy version of himself that's weird. It's bizarre. Michael Cole is boring death. Tom Phillips even became boring death when he came to the main roster. He wasn't quite that bad in NXT. So the goal is literally kill anything good, right? I can't possibly believe that Pat McAfee is going to last much longer because he's the best thing in the entire company besides Roman. Right? Oh my God. Bray Wyatt has been released because of budget cuts. That is the biggest pile of horse cum that I have ever heard. And I'm not sure if the donation came in, but because I had the donations off, but let me go take a look. Super chats are on. Donos down below. Whatever. You say what you want. Okay, we didn't miss anything. Okay, well, not good, but good that I didn't miss anything. Catch my breath. I'm going to be all right. Let's play the Vince clip.
That's generally the case. Although, again, we're hoping that, to the extent that they are competition, that they don't continue on with blood and guts and gory things that they have been doing, which would be bad. And I can't imagine that, I can't speak for TNT, but I can't imagine they would put up with that. But nonetheless, as far as investment is concerned, into the product and the content, it's not one of these sizable type things. It's just more of a restructuring and more of utilization. Yes, bringing in new faces, new blood who have different kinds of ideas and connections and so forth. So again, it's just not one man's vision. It's now a combination of what will happen in the future. So again, I'm bullish on all of that. When you look at not just television ratings, but metrics, from social and digital and what have you, that really is a new way of promoting, notwithstanding the fact that we are going to continue to build the motherships, as it were, with Raw and SmackDown. So, again, from a investment standpoint, that's where you should obviously invest your dollars, but it's not sizable at all.
And Laura, the other thing I'd add to what Vince said is how we think about the opportunity and the size of the opportunity, because it's important, right? I mean, if you don't think there's enough upside, then it might change your perspective on investing, because there's going to be clutter going through the.
And my question to you is, at what point do you decide that investing this extra money and hiring extra writers actually doesn't solve the problem, because the problem is structurally shrinking ratings for the that linear platform, and the fact there's just more competitors coming to entertainment programming over the top? So at what point do you stop spending extra money trying to get the ratings up because they actually can't go up? What metrics are you looking for?
As far as the competition is concerned, the old adage of competition is good for everyone, I think that's generally the case. Although, again, we're hoping that, to the extent that they are competition, that they don't continue on with blood and guts and gory things that they have been doing.
He also says, and this is not the clip, but there's also the clip of Vince, of course, saying, I had the clip yesterday, we played it, but Vince McMahon basically was like, as far as their talent goes, maybe we can give them some more. Like basically saying like, yeah, all our talent's going over there. So, yeah, maybe we can give them some more. The other day he said maybe we can give them some more talent. And then they gave him some more talent. Today. Didn't IRS Mike Rotunda leave WWE a little while back? And isn't he now working for AEW? So the whole entire Wyatt family, or the Rotunda family, right? Now, wouldn't they all be in AEW then, right? Isn't that correct?
AEW seems to be making, some significant investments in their roster and has gained in viewership, especially in the demo. I was wondering how you currently view them as a competitor, and do you feel you need to counter their investment with additional investment in your own roster, since you could eventually be competing for media rights? Or could it be a situation like we saw back in the day where rising tides lift all boats?
Well, it's certainly not a situation where rising tide, because that was when Ted Turner was coming after us and with all of the Time Warner's assets as well. That was a different situation. AEW is where they are. I don't really know what their plans are. All I know is what our plans are. I don't consider them a competition in the way that I would consider WCW back in the day. Not anywhere near close to that. And I'm not so sure what their investments are as far as their talent is concerned, but perhaps we can give them some more.
Hey, you gave him another one. Perhaps we could give them some more. That's the line right there. Perhaps we could give them some more.
Perhaps we can give them some more.
What the fuck?
I'm not so sure what their investments are as far as their talent is concerned, but perhaps we can give them some more.
Oh my God. Perhaps we could give them some more, you know? But let's be honest, because WWE botched Bray Wyatt so many times. Like, so many times they botched this guy. And do you know why they botched him? Do you know why they botched him? I know why. Do you know why? Because this was his idea. Most of the Bray Wyatt stuff, the Wyatt family stuff, was Bray Wyatt's idea. What does Vince McMahon and what do these people hate? When you come up with the idea and when your idea succeeds. They hate that. They don't even give a fuck how well it does. They will always, somebody apparently will always be upset that your idea got over. That is the real fucking answer here. That is the real truth here. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. Yeah? Guess whose idea that was? It was his idea. It was, I don't even remember his name anymore. What's his name? Stu Bennett? It was Stu Bennett's idea. Where's Stu Bennett after that? Oh, it's catching on. People like it. Oh, get out of here. Because that was his idea. And they don't like that. Oh, Bray Wyatt, you got this great idea, fucking the Fiend and everything. Yeah, we're going to ruin that just like Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. We're going to have you lose to this guy, lose to that guy at WrestleMania. You're not special anymore. Get out of here. The Undertaker's special. You're not. See, Undertaker's a legend. You'll never be one because of this. Look at this. Okay, now he's the Fiend. Now he can't be beat. Then he's beaten. Then he's stupid. Then he's beaten. Then he's unbeatable. Then he's crazy. Then he gets a sidekick, Alexa. Then he loses. Then he goes away. Then Alexa brings it. Then nothing happens. This is a fight between somebody who came up with the idea and somebody else who didn't come up with the idea, who likes the idea but isn't happy that it's not their idea. So, thank you, Bray Wyatt, for your stupid idea about the Fiend. We're going to give it to Alexa now. Thank you very much. Here you go, Alexa. Now we can say that's our girl. That's our thing. We came up with that. Somebody else had the idea to make Alexa do this stuff. Okay, now we can say it's sort of our idea. So now, yay, we love Alexa doing it. We don't like you doing it. Thanks for all the masks. Thanks for all the Fiend masks. That was fun. But we didn't really commit to it 100% the right way because we're stupid as fuck and we didn't make money off it the way we wanted to. And you came up with the idea. They botched this so many times, though. They first of all, they made the Fiend too powerful. They booked the Fiend completely wrong. Great idea, and almost everything they did was terrible. The best thing they did was when he first appeared. And then they just ruined it from then on. And then the second best thing they did was his rivalry with Randy Orton, which basically should have ended in that Firefly Inferno match. That's where it should have ended or just sort of started to end, but instead they kept going and going and going after that. Why? Why did you keep that going and going and going? And if you do keep it going, make it good and interesting, and they ruined it. It was terrible. Because, like, you have to have some kind of a damn good story to keep going after you have a Firefly in fucking Inferno match, which was the best thing that he did. Do you remember the only time we heard AEW chants in WWE was that Bray Wyatt and Seth match that was fucking atrocious. And I guarantee they blame Bray. I guarantee they blame him. Oh, this is the guy that got AEW chance to happen. It wasn't Seth. This guy. And on top of that, this is the guy that all the negativity surrounds. He's too powerful. He's too not powerful. He's too this, that, and the other thing. Well, Alexa Bliss doesn't have any of those problems. People just like Alexa Bliss. So let's give it to Alexa Bliss and fire him. He's getting in shape to come back in August. That's what he's doing. That's what he was doing. That's what he said he's doing. That's what the news says he was doing. He was about to come back in August. So they released Bray Wyatt to save money. So they could bring in fucking I'm not going to say it, but you know what I mean. Rhymes with, you know what it rhymes with. Money Hungry Berg. You're going to bring in Money Hungry Berg. The guy who doesn't give a fuck pretty much about this sport or anything. He's just going to come in for a fucking payday. Goldberg's going to come in to get $2 million to have a fucking 2-second match with somebody. But you got rid of this creative person. Bray Wyatt's creativity at this point in his head is more valuable. But you brought in Goldberg for the retards who are left watching this show. You fucking idiots. Fucking gonna go to Saudi Arabia for money. It's all money. Go to Saudi Arabia for money. Do this for money. Do that for money. We got to do everything for money because we have investors now. It's not a private company. It's a public company. Remember when they took the water coolers in 1995? That was trouble because our own mansion was on the line. Now it's not. You could run this fucking company into the ground, and the only problem you're going to have is with the investors. The investor pressure, and the investments. If something goes south, sell your stock and go fucking retire on a cruise. Now, if something went wrong in 1995, your fucking house was on the line. Vince McMahon's assets were on the line. They're not on the line anymore. That's why. There's a double safety net. There's all the stock he owns, and there's that retirement money. And by the way, the stock he owns, they want that to go up, so when they cash out on the stock, they make money. Oh, my God, dude, I'm going to have a heart attack. This company's going to give me a heart attack live on YouTube. I really, Sith, I almost hope that happens, Sith Negan. I hope WWE comes to the release terms of Mia Yim and Keith Lee. Because that little fucking dorko with his Cyclops eye went off on a raging rant on someone I know the other day because they wrote about them being released probably. And I would love to pull up the tweets of what Sean Asshat said to a friend of mine on Twitter the other day, calling him a fuck scumbag and all these other things. I would love to pull up those tweets and then pull up his tweets and then just smile and show you what a little cocksucker Sean Ross cocksucker is. All right? I will see you at some wrestling event sometime, Sean Asshat. And I'll put you in the fucking figure 4 in the goddamn lobby and dump hot coffee in your eyes. You little prick. Shit bomb! You become a shit bomb. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to him. Jake DeMarco for $1. I don't know. He's testing maybe. What up, Jake? Jake DeMarco last night cashed in his points in the bank. If you missed my show last night, Jake cashed in points in the bank and became the Monetize This champion last night. And, of course, Bullfrog became the king of the wheel. What a weird night it was last night. We got more on this Bray Wyatt thing coming up. Let's play some donations, though, real quick. See what you guys are saying. I'm going to fucking flip out.
Seriously, fuck this trash. At least now maybe I can get the Fiend mask or belt on clearance for $50. Thank God we still have Nia Jackson resigned Eva Marie, but let's release one of the only interesting things in WWE.
Yeah,
there isn't enough bleach for today.
I'm glad we have Nia Jax. I'm glad we have Eva Marie Deftones. I'm glad we have Goldberg coming back. Like, wow. This is so great, guys. I can't wait.
Don't mind if
I'm glad
I
we
do.
have these people.
What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Alexa Bliss is about to get SPAC levels of heat.
Yeah, you guys wait till the bullying starts. Wait till the bullying starts with Alexa Bliss now on Twitter, right? Wait till all the people start coming at her about you fucking caused the Fiend to leave. You stole his gimmick, you bitch. Pictures of her pig, probably. I mean, dude, it's going to be insane on Twitter. And nobody should do that, but it's coming. I'm sorry. There's no way it's not coming. She should just stay off Twitter now for 2 weeks. Blind Fate, thank you for the donation, Blinded Fate. Thank you, man, for supporting me and for giving me some money, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.
What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Main roster killed so many careers. Nakamura, Finn Balor, American Alpha, Enzo and Cass, Damien Sandow, Aleister Black, Ricochet, Bobby Roode, Keith Lee.
And here's what I want to know. Kayfabe Kermack, thank you for the $5. Good callback on all those names, by the way. Thank you so much for that. Here's what I want to know. What would it cost? What would it cost to get CFO to have stayed with the WWE? What would it have costed you to get CFO to remain with the fucking company? That's what I want to know. What would it cost for you to pay CFO to stay with the company so the wrestler's music was good? Bring back Jim Johnston at this point. What is this music now for everybody? Everybody's music sucks, except for Roman. What would it have costed to bring back CFO? Would it be $2 million that you gave to fucking Goldberg? This company is a fucking asinine pile of shit. How do you have Nia Jax and Eva Marie working for you? How do you have Michael Cole's boring ass on commentary? How do you have that fucking Raw commentary team? How do you have Joe Cronin in NXT for a second, standing there looking at people, and Vic Joseph, and you hire Nosferatu, he's boring as fuck, Triple H? How do you do that? That's what I want to know. How do you keep fucking it up? AEW 14 million sold on the idea that CM Punk will be there. They're not our competition. Maybe we can give them some more talent. Yeah, keep giving them some more talent, Vinnie Mac. Keep doing it. Promos, shit. Your show is for fucking child tards. That's the fucking truth. I don't care about what people say about what I just said. That is what is the truth. Your show is for people with a mental disability who are under 12. That is the truth. That is not a downput on somebody or anybody's character or their physical abilities. That is what this show is for. Bless their hearts. Bless their hearts. Man, I would really love to put some sugar all over Vince McMahon's body. Sprinkle it from his little tippy toes down his little repaired ACL fucking legs all the way up his back onto his little wrinkled face, Vince McMahon's face. Sprinkle some sugar and then get all of the superstars who are African American to douse him with their man juice all over his body like frosting on a cake. And then let Dewdrop and Nia Jax eat him. Let Dewdrops fucking eat him. Like she probably wants to. Let fucking Dewdrop and Nia Jax fucking pig out on Vince McMahon covered in sugar, frosting, and dead dreams of superstars who were creative like Bray Wyatt. Fucking idiot.
This is insane. Budget cuts, get the fuck out. Then you bring back fucking Goldberg, who not cheap. Vince and Bruce and rest of the Stokes need to die.
Alexa Sweet Ass, thank you for the donation. I am not convinced that that would help. I'm convinced that these people at the top are even stupid. I'm convinced that they're all dumb. They've all got the brainwash thing in their mind that we're a media company. We're not a wrestling company. We're a media company. I got news for you. Your fucking movies haven't been made in forever, and they sucked anyway. So you're not a fucking media company. I got news for you, Vince. You're not an entertainment company. You're not a media company. You're selling wrestling. Because at the end of the day, what you do is selling wrestling. And you're fucking suck at it at this point.
Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
I was going to go to SummerSlam for Vegas, but thank God I spent it on GCW tickets for their Vegas show coming August. MDK.
Thank you, JTV Game Reviews. Why anybody would spend money on WWE at this point, I have no fucking idea. I was given tickets to them. I would not have gone to those shows if I wasn't given tickets most of the time. And certainly not now. I certainly would not go out during COVID to watch this. To watch this show. Are you fucking serious?
Don't mind if
No.
I do. What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
New entrance themes are trash. CFOS were killing it. Also no wonder Adam Cole, Gargano and Ciampa are still down in NXT. They are smart. WWE is a joke.
Yeah, I think, Vince, I almost think pulled up Cross just so he could make fun of some more NXT people. Like, let me bring this guy up to make fun of him. That's what he did. Why did Cross need to come to the main roster at all? He didn't. He didn't need to be there, kayfabe Kermack. And listen, I know Bray Wyatt wasn't booked well, and the Fiend wasn't booked well either. I know that. We've been ranting about that since day one, but that's the point. He comes up with an idea. It's somewhat interesting and entertaining and cool. Then they do bad with it. Then they do good with it. Then it goes bad, 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 good, bad, 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 released. And you sit there and you go, wow. I'm trying to think of the analogy. The analogy is like, it's like watching somebody handed the idea and then they fuck it up and you can't help but flip out at home. Like you watch a guy whose life isn't going so well and then somebody hands him, goes, I just dug up gold in my backyard and I'm selling all of it, but I want your life to be better. So here's a giant nugget of gold. You can sell it for probably $250,000. Oh my God. Then the guy takes it, sells it to his neighbor for fucking $5,000 and then goes buys crack. And you're just watching like, ah! That's what it is. That's what watching WWE is like. You're like, yes, that was a good idea. Yes, that seems like it's good. Oh, you fucked it up so royally. I'm insane now. You made me insane. I'm going to have a fucking heart attack, guys. I've drank a lot of coffee at this point. My heart's starting to fucking fly off the handle right now. I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm going to die talking about WWE. I'm going to fucking die ranting about this company because they're so fucking stupid that I'm going to fucking die. This will be the death of me, the end of me. Look at what Mickie James tweeted out earlier. Look at this. Even this fucking girl knows. I think what you, by the way, woman, I'm sorry. I think what you meant to say was, because WWE said, WWE has come to the terms with the release of Bray Wyatt. We wishing him the best in all his future endeavors. And then Mickie James said, I think what you meant to say was, thank you so much for coming up with such an incredible gimmick. Time and time again. One so cool and over, we really didn't know how to book it right. So we just gave it to someone else so we can still make all the money off it and let you go. Wow. Mickie James, real as fuck, Mickie James. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is the lightning rod. We've been waiting for a lightning rod. I've said this. I've said this for years. I said, whoever gets CM Punk, that's where it begins. Whoever gets CM Punk, That's where it begins. I said that years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever it was, 3 years ago. I say it every year, but I know I said it specifically 4 years ago. Whoever gets CM Punk, that's the lightning rod. This is the opposite lightning rod. There's always a positive one and a negative one. The CM Punk is the positive lightning rod for AEW. This is the negative lightning rod. This is the thing that will piss off even your fans.
Cuts idea, WWE's Khan may have instituted a roster payroll cap for full-time talent, and they are clearing out all the expendable overhead to make it a good buyable package for someone to buy. Keep being real, Joe.
Colonel Stutters, thank you so much, man. Yeah, you're probably dead right about that, but I mean, obviously they can maneuver other money to keep somebody I would think as valuable as Bray Wyatt. I would think that, Colonel Stutters. I think you're right. Are they preparing to sell the WWE? I mean, something feels like it. Why else would they do this fucking stupid behavior? Why else would they seemingly not give a shit? Why else would they not give a shit? This is the thing that will turn your fucking audience against you. Alexa Bliss is dead at this point. That gimmick, you think these people are going to let them get away with this at live events coming up? Do you really think that Alexa Bliss is now going to be able to do the Fiend gimmick without the Fiend being there? Who thinks Alexa Bliss is now going to be booed and the fans are going to cheer Bray Wyatt, if they're even fans there? Is Alexa Bliss even on Twitter right now? I mean, she didn't do anything, right? I feel bad for her. She did not do anything. By the way, she's commented on this. She breaks kayfabe every second, so I really am at a loss for words. Thank you so much, Wyndham, for everything you've done for this company. The most fun I've had is working with you. Such an amazing talent and the most kind person. I'm in shock. She's done. Remember, people thought that Bray Wyatt was taking time off because he was having mental problems because of his friend dying, Brody Lee? Guess whose mental problems are coming next? After her pig passed away. The poor fucking girl. After her pig passed away. Guess who's coming up with mental problems next? That's right, Lexi, Alexa Bliss. Her mental problems are coming next. Because this fan base is never going to let you forget about this. They will tear down your walls to see it all burn at this point. So guess what's coming for Alexa Bliss on Twitter? You are done. Alexa Bliss is dead. Bray Wyatt is dead. This decision is going to ripple through everything. But did WWE think about this? Did they think about this? Do they think about anything? I could have told you this. We cannot get rid of Bray because if you do, it's going to fall on Alexa, and that gimmick's done then too. Hello? I'm going to pass out. I am going to flip out more than I have in this video already. It's going to hit me at some point, man. I am a fucking GED non-college graduate who could run this company better than WWE at this point. That is just dead serious. 100% I could run this company better. I could do a better job on commentary than the commentators. I could do a better job as a heel manager than anybody else on the mic in WWE. I could do a better job running the back. I could do a better job doing what Kevin Dunn does and directing the fucking show on the cameras. We would have better shots, better wide shots, make it more sporting. We'd have better music. We'd have better camera angles, better cutting. We'd have better commentary. We'd have better fucking goddamn commentary announcing. And we'd have better characters. We'd have better promos. We'd have better ideas. We'd have more of an audience. That is 100%. And I'm a fucking person who hates myself. I think I'm an asshole who should be dead. But I still have that much confidence that I could do a better job in this company, despite the fact that I have almost zero self-esteem and I think I'm a piece of shit. That's how bad this fucking company is, that Mr. Depressed thinks he actually could run the company better. That says more about them at this point than anything. I don't think I could do almost anything right, anywhere. I can't even run a YouTube channel the right way. But I could run this company better. Let me tell you that. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious, WWE? You're going to get rid of Bray Wyatt and destroy Alexa Bliss at the same time. 2-for-1, AEW wins. What did you say, Vince? Would you say it again, Vince? Say it again. Maybe he is part of AEW.
Concerned, but perhaps we could give them some anywhere near close to that. And I'm not so sure what their investments are as far as their talent is concerned, but perhaps we could give them some more.
Yeah, give them some more. Give them some more, Vince. Somebody, what the fuck is wrong with this company?
Duncachino? Don't mind if I do. What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my...
Why isn't Dunkin' Donuts sponsored me yet?
It's like a number one draft pick making his NFL debut. Taking his team to the playoffs and then the coach benches him. WWE.
Exactly, kayfabe Kermack. This would have been like if Bill Belichick sat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl of 2001. This would have been like if Bill Belichick said, you know what, Brady, thanks for everything all year. Bledsoe's back. It's time to go in, Bledsoe. We're just going to put Bledsoe in again. He lost the Super Bowl before. You know, he hadn't been doing so well before. Brady, thanks for being here and getting us here. Bledsoe, you're in for the Super Bowl, buddy. That's exactly what Vince McMahon would have done. Vince McMahon would have put Drew Bledsoe in the Super Bowl in 2001. That's what Vince would have done. Or, because Vince would have said, Bledsoe's my guy. Bledsoe's the guy we chose. Bledsoe's our guy. This Tom Brady is a guy we just had on the roster as the backup. He can't just come in here and be good. We didn't choose him, really. He was just there as a backup. You know, we chose Bledsoe. So we're going to sit Brady for the Super Bowl and put Bledsoe in because we picked him. That's exactly what Vince McMahon would do. Vince McMahon would have played Bledsoe in the Super Bowl instead of Tom Brady in 2001. It's dead on. Hilarious.
Hey Joe. How does Vince not know that he has no more talent left? He got rid of half of the roster in a year. Also, how does he not know that most of their talent will go to AU? Why isn't he preventing them from going? He has given AU their talent.
Pacharo, thanks for the $3. He at first they did prevent everybody. We gave them shit about it. They were cock blocking everybody. That's what WWE was doing, was blocking everybody from going anywhere. And then they just said, fucking ole, everybody go. But it's not just that. It's that they actually don't value these people, I don't think. Unless we hear from them that Bray Wyatt was difficult to work with, he didn't want to be there and things were going crazy, and so they had to go with Alexa, and that's what they did. They didn't steal the gimmick to give it to Alexa. He was out of his mind. Just like AJ Styles, you know, said he didn't want to be champion, and now they book AJ Styles like stupid or boring or whatever. But that's because they see AJ Styles as someone who like didn't really want the title anymore, and oh, this guy doesn't care anymore. All right, well, fuck him, put him with other people, I guess, whatever. They don't care about AJ Styles anymore because AJ doesn't care about AJ. So I could see that point. But Bray Wyatt was working out, getting ready to come back in August, right? Getting ready to come back in August, Bray Wyatt. And thank you guys for the donations, by the way. I mean, dude, listen, I've barely been able to keep up with keep doing this as a job. You know, I've already had to cut a lot of things myself, but at least I understand like what's going on, and I'm trying to do something, and I can say out loud what my faults are. That's the problem with WWE is they can't do that. They can't say it out loud. They can't even touch it. They just keep deny, and keep going. There was one time where they did say it out loud. One time where they said it out loud. They stood in the ring and they said, we're going to do better. We're going to hear all you guys and listen to what you want and everything. And nothing. They barely did anything almost. They brought up a couple guys. Things went kind of well for a second. And then they literally just went right back to what they're doing. I don't understand that. You know, and at least when I go back to doing what I'm doing, if it's not working so well, I say out loud, I'm actively trying to look for something, or I'm trying to find someone else to be on the shows, or I'm trying to think of what to do. I just can't think of it. I'm stuck right now. But they don't say that. They don't say, we don't know what you want, or we don't. Like, their situation is fixable. Mine is more difficult, but theirs is more fixable because I can tell you now what to do. With me, I can't 100% tell me what to do other than I do know one thing. Do more content. That's one thing I need to do. Do more content on this page and on Patreon and actively continue to search for new people to be on my shows to be fun. Those are two things I need to do. WWE, I know exactly what they need to do. If I walked into WWE and they said that you have some pull and you can change things and do things as you wish, I'm on it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to change the promos. I'm ready, and it can be PG. I'm ready to change the promos, the formats, the ideas, hire a separate team. I'm ready to I'm ready to bring in broadcasters. Fuck myself. Fuck me, right? Fuck me wanting to be a commentator. Since I was a little kid, I dreamed one day I was going to be the voice of WWE. As a kid, WrestleMania 8 and 9, I used to pretend I was the commentary team. But their commentary team back then was great. Obviously, like Gorilla, JR and Bobby Heenan and everybody else. But forget me. I don't even want to do it. I would put together a commentary team that was good. I would bring in guys, commentators, put them next to each other, and let them call matches on the TV. And I would listen to them. And then I would get in the ears and be like, all right, 20 seconds commercial. All right, we're testing them on everything. Wow, these guys are good. We would find the chemistry. In WWE, it feels like they just throw out a guy on the air and go, okay, you're on the air now. See how he does. Oh, it's not so good. Okay. It's like Byron Saxton, goodbye, needs to go. Byron Saxton needs to be in the back doing backstage interviews. I wouldn't fire Byron Saxton because I think he's good in the backstage. Byron Saxton, backstage interviewer. Byron Saxton, host of house shows. Get him off commentary. Fucking sucks. Corey Graves. I don't know about Corey. And that new MMA announcer that they have is pretty decent, but he super sticks to the sporting part of things. And he's got that, I don't feel like he's the guy commanding the show. He's not the guy that I think this is the guy in the lead commentator. When he comes on screen and he gets excited about Raw, I don't feel like he's the guy. When Jim Ross came on, I thought, that's the commentator. That's Jim Ross. He's the commentator. When Vince McMahon came on screen, welcome everyone to WrestleMania. Like, I thought he was the commentator. When Gorilla Monsoon even got on the commentator, and he said, welcome everyone to WrestleMania, I thought, that's the commentator. When Gordon Soley had a microphone, I thought, that's the commentator. When I see Tom Phillips and all those guys, I think there's the weird ESPN commentary guys. When I see this new MMA announcer with Byron Saxton and Corey Graves, I think there's the commentator guys. when I see SmackDown, I that is better now because Michael Cole feels like the lead guy and Pat McAfee is entertaining. But Cole is still like he's not the guy to me. He's not on the level of JR and those other people that I mentioned. But as a producer, Michael Cole is awesome. Michael Cole is the greatest producer on that thing that's ever happened. The guy is so good with it. So my point in all this is, those are the things that I'm changing right away. The bullet points in the promos and the stories, everything else, everything is wrong. Everything almost is wrong with the company. I'm hiring CFO back. Hello. The company, the guys that made songs for Kevin Owens, for Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, The Revival, and so on and so forth down the lineup of all these songs that hit, that were hits. Bobby Roode, glorious. Dude, do we have any business? Do these people have any business having such great entrance music when they came up to the main roster and were treated like dick? And now CFO is gone. So NXT wrestler debuts with amazing fucking music, and then the crowd ends up loving them. They're super over. NXT superstar then goes to main roster and immediately is chopped in half and basically handled wrong, mostly. And after being handled wrong, has their music taken away. Wow, you have a recipe for failure. The music sucks. The wrestler was torn down and ruined. And now you have what? You used to have a guy who was an 8 out of 10 in NXT. Now he's a 5 out of 10 on the main roster. You used to have a guy who had 9 out of 10 music for him. Now he's got 3 out of 10 music. Oh, 2 plus 2 equals 4. That's right. 5 take away 4 equals 1. So, the main roster suffers. Because when you take away the music, the talent, and the reason, and the excitement, you get fucking failure. And that's all WWE seems to know these days.
WWE is a joke. When CM Punk dropped a mad pipe bomb that year ago and now it's coming to light, Mickey James was right on many level.
Mickey James, yes. Mickey James was right. E-Murder, thank you, E-Murder, for $10, brother. You paid for the coffee and the gas today. Thank you, sir. That's for you, Vince. Thank you, E-Murder. I'm losing my breath, man. I'm going to let the donations drop here. We got a few donations coming in. Let's see some more of this. E-Murder, thank you so much for the 10. I can't breathe. I'm going to have a heart attack live on this show. Shit bum.
Naya, I invented the Firefly Funhouse, not that guy Bray. Naya, I invented everything including feminism, social justice and women. Naya, I'm going to get Becky and Coffee Mania 2.0 involved. Naya.
Oh, boy. That's right. Stephanie McMahon did invent everything, especially as it relates to the women, right? Obviously, Stephanie McMahon, you did invent everything. And I hope that guy who says he has a purple penis, or you have a purple penis, doesn't call up. Because, we may get that. We may get Mr. Purple Penis. Stephanie, thanks for becoming a shit bum. Stephanie McMahon, you treasure. You treasure, Stephanie. I still whack it to you.
Joe. How many rematches are we going to have now? There are no more talent. Imagine AU moved to Monday night. Vince McMahon and WWE will be fucked hard. Who do you think people would want to watch? A show with less talent or a show with more talent?
Well, That's the thing, Pacharo. I don't know why. It'd be amazing if they moved to Monday for Rampage instead, you know? But it's just, it sucks to watch because I'm going to still have to watch it to review it. If I was not reviewing wrestling, I would not be watching WWE. This is fine. This is the past year and a half I've said this. You know, in the past I said, I don't know if I'd be watching. I can tell you now I would not be watching this. I would never watch Raw at this point. There's no way. No way. Paul Atherton, thanks for subbing to the channel. There's no way I'm watching WWE Raw if this isn't my job. If this is not my job, hell, if this wasn't my part-time job, I wouldn't be doing this. There's no way. I love WWE too.
This company is a joke. You have shot to see Blackheart and Tegan Knox beat the tag champs twice, now they ain't on TV. Tony Strom debut last week, where was she last night? How fuck you supposed to build new talent when they are on off TV?
This talent, this company is retarded. That's the answer, Alexa Sweetass. This company is full of fucking idiots. Every week it's the same matches. SmackDown, I heard, was a lot of repetitive stuff. I haven't watched it yet. And it's like, you're right. Where were these people? Why don't you start stories with them? Why don't you start matches with them? Why don't you start interesting stuff with people and go? The fans have, I almost think WWE doesn't know that the attention spans of people are different now. But they're even different for me, even though I have a longer attention span than some of the 20-year-olds out there. They don't understand the attention people is still fucking short. So you gotta go. You gotta have, that's why AEW seems to do it better. They start something and it they always have one or two stories that are longer lasting, but then there's like 4 other stories that are pretty much wrapped up within 2 weeks to 3 weeks to 4 weeks. But also AEW can do the whole thing where they start something at the beginning of the night and it ends in the end of the night. And WWE rarely does that. And when they do it, it's sort of, it's done bad, it's boring, it's not interesting. It's like, it's so obvious. It's so easy to fix this, but they don't. Why? Do they want to sell the company in this way? Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Why do we shit on Bray Wyatt's ideas and then use them and then ruin them? How do you botch the Fiend? How do you botch Bray Wyatt and the Fiend now? The 2 iterations of Bray Wyatt, they botched it. Each time. How do they do that? And it's not just us saying it, it's the wrestlers who know it. They're all saying it. They all know. Mickey James. Oh, God, I think what you meant to say was thank you so much for coming up with such a credible idea and gimmick. Ugh. Mickey James knows. I'm going to open the phone lines. Oh, my God. I'm going to pass out, guys. I apologize. I'm out of breath. I need to take phone calls so I can breathe. 339-226-6610 is the number. What do you think about all this? Give me a call. Let me know. Craig Top, thanks for subbing to the channel, man. What's going on, Craig? How are you? Oh, man, I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna pass out from ranting for the past 45 minutes or hour. I've been live for an hour now. I've been doing this since 2012. This is wild. Ty Marshall, what's up, man? Thanks for subbing to the channel. Thanks to everybody who's been subbing, by the way. Oh, Vince, what do you want to do with AEW's talent?
Them competition in the way I would consider WCW back in the day. Not anywhere near close to that. And I'm not so sure what their investments are as far as their talent is concerned, but perhaps we could give them some more.
Perhaps we could give them some more. 513, what's up?
Oh, shit, I got through. Yo, it's Will Tactics, Joe. What's up?
Oh, Will, what's going on, man?
Hey, oh, what's that? Why you sound like that? You're like, oh well.
Because I'm dying. I'm like ready to pass out.
Damn. All right. No, I just wanted to make a quick point. Like, I just found out about the Bray Wyatt thing, like you did, like a few minutes ago or whatever. And what kind of message does that send to the rest of the WWE locker room, man? It just kind of sounds like anybody's expendable at this point. As long as your name's not Charlotte or Roman, basically.
Yeah, this has got to be demoralizing to them. I'm more worried about what Alexa thinks because she's in trouble now.
Yeah,
she's gonna get shit on.
But I mean, I feel like the crowd isn't the same since a few years ago. You know how like the crowd a few years ago used to be. You know, they used to be on WWE shit. But
well, they're gone. Yeah, they're gone. I think I know what you're saying. They're gone. What's left is the casual people who are still all the casuals who were around back then. They're still here, but all those savage people in the audience that were like, "Fuck, I'm gonna cheer AEW and I'm gonna cheer this other shit," they're gone. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of that crowd, or they mute them or something. I really don't know, like, because it did seem like they were muting them back in the, like, I'd say maybe about 2-3 years ago, maybe even.
Well, NXT yelled at the crowd the other night and shut the crowd off, and then had to retape a scene because of what they were cheering. Remember, they were cheering something about something AEW or something.
No, I don't know. I haven't really been. I'm more of a casual now. I just watch the pay-per-views basically, and I just listen to your show. That's how I kind of like keep up with it. And if you guys like say something is interesting, I'll go check it out on YouTube or something.
Yeah. No, somebody in the chat will come up with it, but somebody in the chat, if you guys remember, tell me what it was. It was something, basically like the crowd chanted something at NXT, and they had to stop. They stopped the taping and retaped the scene in front of the people, asking them to stop and be quiet and not say that.
Wow.
Oh, it was Hardy. Yeah, it was for Hardy. They chanted for Hardy when Karrion Kross came out.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't they have a match or something?
Well, yeah, because
didn't they have a match a few days ago or something?
Yeah, because Karrion Kross came up from NXT with the championship and then lost to Jeff Hardy in 4 minutes.
Oh, damn. Really?
Yeah.
He's the champ, though. Yeah, wow.
Yep. So the crowd at NXT, when Karrion Kross came out, the crowd at NXT chanted Hardy.
Damn.
I mean, like, dude, like, if I'm Triple H, I'm breaking stuff. If I'm Triple H, I'm breaking things in my office. Like, if I see Vince do that.
Has Kross been the champion for a while?
Yes.
Okay. I don't remember.
They've like really put over. They put
title, but
They had Kross beat like 6 other people like in one match. They had him beat other things. He's been the champion for like 4 or 5 months or something like that. And remember, he had the big push before he got injured. So he gets the big push, wins the title, gets injured, has to give it up right away. Comes back, has the big push, and then he gets called up to Raw, and then gets a loss by Jeff Hardy in 4 minutes on Raw.
I mean, are you surprised at this point? Because I mean,
No.
They've been doing that to NXT talent, like,
yes,
for the past 4 years. I mean, somebody in a donation earlier said it. You know, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens. Like they come up to the main roster, they do good for a minute, and then they get shitted on, or they come up and get shitted on immediately. Yeah, like I just don't get it. And like the whole Bray Wyatt thing, man, I don't understand. Weren't they making money off of him? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Is he just too much of a problem in the back or something? Or what?
All I know is Vince is ruining NXT. So he already ruins the main roster, Vince does. And then Vince actually finds a way to ruin NXT. He devalues the championship and the champion. So that when the champion and championship go down to NXT, the NXT fans are cheering for Hardy. Because they saw it. That's the thing is Vince, everybody's like, oh, it's a good story. No, it's not. Not for the champion of NXT, it's not. Not a fucking good story. And they don't understand, like, oh, it doesn't just devalue Karrion Kross to the main roster audience. It doesn't just make it so the main roster sees him shitty. It makes it so the people that watch NXT don't see him as valuable anymore either. That's the real problem. So you've devalued the NXT brand. Wonder why the ratings wonder why AEW beats NXT in the ratings.
I mean, you would think that like they would have Triple H on an episode of Raw or SmackDown one day, just come out and just be like, enough of this bullshit. I'm taking over the show. Like, it's got to happen eventually. You know what I mean? Where like Vince just starts kind of withering away and just not showing up at these shows. Now that they're going back on the road.
He's already done that.
You know,
he's done it. He does. And I'll tell you what. When Road Dogg was the Smack,
just like remotes in or something.
Yes. No. When Road Dogg ran SmackDown, Road Dogg had told me that there were multiple times he was like, "Oh, Vince isn't even always there anymore on SmackDown."
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah,
just
Vince
remoting in, just giving orders.
Yep, he just calls in and goes, "Make sure you do this, that, and the other thing." That's actually already happened. So Vince is only at like half the SmackDowns at this point. And remember they used to write about it. They used to have articles like Vince reportedly not at SmackDown and blah blah blah. Well, they stopped doing that. Whoever was leaking that they got rid of them. And Vince isn't always there. And sometimes Vince is just in cruise control because they've got things so mapped out that he doesn't really need to do much because they got it so mapped out.
I don't understand what he's doing to his company. I
know. I can tell you, I'll do another 2 hours on it. Will Tactics, thank you for the donation. I'll tell you exactly what he's doing to this company. I can pinpoint every little thing from the beginning to end of what he does to this company and what he's doing to his company. I love Vince McMahon. I love his creation. I love what he's done. He's entertained me, my life. I love him. I really do. But I don't love this. And it's really infuriating. I love the hell out of all these guys. I care about them. I care about this company. I've watched WWE, WWF since 1987 as a 5-year-old. So I care about this company a lot. And I like being entertained, and I love wrestling. This is horseshit. 925 hello. Or 952.
Yo, Cronin, what's up?
What's up, man?
All right, I got a weird thought on this. Do you see them legitimately keeping him released from the company?
Bray Wyatt? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because, I mean, his dad and his brother are released. I mean, I guess he was next.
Okay, that makes sense. But what if they're just trolling us? They're going to get us all pissed off. Then, like, you know what? We're going to come. We're going to re-sign you. We're going to make you cool for 3 months, then back to the same shit show.
Well, that's what I thought maybe with Daniel Bryan. I thought they were trying to, like, create their own hype for a release. But now I'm convinced that they really aren't doing that. They're just dumb. Like, I thought...
Yeah.
I was like, what a great idea. Make it seem like Bryan's gone, so then you can hire him for Raw, and it sounds like you just got this big signing and somebody wanted to come to your place. And I'm like, I would do that to make our company look good and fun and excitement and relaunch Bryan. But yeah, they're not that smart. They're just dumb. They're actually just letting people go.
Yeah, I think it's self-sabotage. I've coined this era of wrestling missed opportunity.
Yeah. And do you remember back in the day? It was like everything they did turned into a hit. And what you're seeing now is what happens when you do everything wrong. It's unbelievable.
Exactly. I kind of think maybe AEW and Vince, they're in cahoots, like bring one company down to bring the other one up. Because if they're not doing that, they're doing a great job of having that happen anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I if that were the case, then they're I don't know though, because I don't know if maybe you're right. I mean, that would be the only thing that would explain this, because it's almost so stupid, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, because this guy is, let's be honest, possibly the most creative mind in that company for years.
Right.
And they just let him go like this. They're pushing fans away.
Oh yeah, this is the moment too. This is that lightning rod I was talking about. That like this is negative, because now even little kids and other people who like Bray Wyatt, like they're gonna get mad. Even the casuals.
Exactly. I don't watch AEW. So I'm a WWE guy, but with their actions as of late, it's like I haven't watched it since I don't know January. I haven't watched Raw since then.
Whoa.
And I'm not missing nothing. But it's like, I think they're purposely ruining their ratings to sell the company off for God knows what reason.
I don't know. The only thing I can think is to like get out a TV contract, but they just signed them. So like I don't understand that at all. I don't understand any of it. None of this makes sense to me right now. All they've done is gone downward since the first year of the WWE Network launch. They've done nothing but trend downward.
All right, where do you see Bray going? Like, if you were Bray, what would you do?
Oh, 100% AEW, because
it makes sense. creative control with that guy in his mind. Can you imagine the gold that they could make?
Absolutely. Like, this guy's going to definitely go there. The only time it didn't work out was kind of with Matt Hardy in a way, because Matt Hardy had...
he's old and washed up. We've seen him come back how many times? Like, get off my TV, bro. Like, I don't want to see Delete anymore. Delete was cool a decade ago, you know?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and I guess I held on to it, too. I made the mistake, too, because I will say I missed on that, too, because I said, when he goes there to do the Delete thing, it's going to be great. And the thing is, I thought it was great, and then they kind of bailed on it quickly. I thought they should have kept going with it. I think Matt Hardy, as the broken gimmick when he's serious about it, was interesting. I don't think he's interesting as Matt Hardy. I think he's boring at this point.
Exactly. But everybody who goes to AEW, they get on the goofy clown stuff.
Yeah.
Look at Chris Jericho, and he first went there. Awesome. Then he's doing Broadway sing-alongs with MJF. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, even with the stuff that's like ridiculous and that there's like, it's like everybody becomes this comedy act. Unfortunately, that's the one little issue with them. But then they have these serious moments that are worth it, and even the comedy stuff is like so ridiculous to me that it's entertaining, even if it's stupid and the wrong idea. But WWE can't even do that. That's what's weird to me is, like, right now AEW doing stuff wrong is entertaining. WWE doing things wrong is boring.
Yep, WWE has the most talented roster ever, putting out the worst TV ever.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I think it...
Things don't make any sense. Like, the athletic ability of these people they have on the roster, there's no reason that they're not putting out 3 million viewers every Monday.
I don't even agree with that. I don't agree with they have the most talented roster. I think they suck. I'm serious. I think their wrestlers are the most athletic wrestlers, circus wrestlers of all time. But other than that, I don't know, man. Something's wrong. Either these wrestlers are afraid to speak up, and I count that. I count that as their character. Yeah. Shawn Michaels back in the day was a psycho. There's no psychos on this roster. These people would rather go play video games.
No balls.
Yeah, they're like,
no balls.
You guys want to play video games after the show? That's all we care about. I think the wrestlers are pussies. I'm serious. If they're listening,
okay, you're right. I didn't think of it that way. They're 100% pussies because they want a paycheck and they're going for that clout.
Yeah, but they just want to play the game.
Their ability. If you actually look at these guys, there's no reason they're like this. But there's no men in the locker room.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would love to get there and then be able to book stuff and then look at the wrestler and be like, okay, this wasn't just WWE's fault. This guy has no soul. He's a great guy in the ring, but he has no soul. But it goes back to even Cesaro. Back when me and Jake used to talk about Cesaro, and I said, make the guy arrive in like a limousine or a sports car, and he gets out of the sports car and he comes to the ring with sunglasses and a suit. And when he gets to the top of the ramp, he rips the suit off like a maniac and breaks the glasses and then comes down to the ring. And that was me being like, okay, Cesaro's boring and he's not very good on the mic, but if we make him this silent killer like the Hitman character from the video games or James Bond or something like that, then he's got this sort of vibe to him and build off of that. And then they fucking ripped off the idea, which is really funny. But then they didn't do it right. They bailed on it. They didn't do it the right way. Like, it's like they never do anything right, even when they have an idea, even when they take an idea.
They do things right. Like, they can make an entrance awesome, but they have no follow-through to have a storyline or a character go to fruition. It's like, we're going to get a cool little segment, and we're bored of it by next Wednesday.
Right, and now they don't have any good music makers either. They have no official music. They have a little music department, but they don't actually have composers that are really good, like CFO or Jim Johnson, who, I know Jim Johnson was dated because he was older and he has that same kind of chord progression he does with almost everything. I understand that, but CFO was fresh and young and they were talented, and now they don't have them, so they don't have anybody to produce a really good song. I mean, I guess the Roman Reigns song is good, but I almost feel like it's accidental because it sounds like a video game menu music.
It's generic. It's nothing that stands out. That's why I truly think they're self-sabotaging. They're doing all this on purpose.
I mean, you might be right.
It doesn't look like anybody with a brain is trying to come up with ways to revitalize their crowd. It looks like they are truly, we're going to let this ride out for 9 months, then we're done.
Right. Yeah, it feels
We're
like
gonna
that.
be at Legions. In 5 months, we're going to be playing at a gymnasium right next to Ring of Honor.
I wonder with, Nick Khan coming in, they're doing something and they're not saying why or what they're doing. So that makes you wonder if it is a sell. Who are they going to sell to? Fox, Disney, NBC?
Oh, God, I can imagine Disney buying it so they own everything. And we all know what happened after that starts.
Yeah, that's going to be ugly. I mean, Peacock gets their stuff. I mean, I don't know.
Peacock is garbage. That app is terrible.
It is. It is really bad. It is so bad. Like, I mean, we used to complain about the WWE. It actually makes me sick. It makes me sick that I think we used to complain about the WWE Network having problems because whoever designed that, they should win an award for whoever designed the WWE Network, like Peacock should have hired them in the fucking sale.
Yep, we complained about the network when it was out. Now they take it off the network, go back to Peacock. It's like, what's next? We're complaining about Peacock and how things are. What are they going to do next that's even more fucked up than we complain about, I wish we had Peacock again?
Yeah, everything is like you said, self-sabotage. Everything is making it worse. Like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, we know the network was better, but now it's Peacock and it's bad. It's like everything is made bad on purpose for a money decision. It's all about money. That's what it really comes back to, right? Like, we made a bunch of money.
How are they making money? How are they making money right now?
They're making a ton of money, but they cut. I'll tell you how. But they cut Bray Wyatt here, so they're like, okay, that's $3 million we don't have to deal with. So that's $3 million. We get rid of him. The Saudi Arabia deal, they're going to get paid on that. They're going to go to Saudi Arabia soon, right? So that's going to be like, what is it, $15 million or something like that for this portion. So they go to Saudi Arabia twice, means $15 million. Then there's they just signed the Fox deal we know about a year ago, whatever it was. So that deal's been killing it for them. They make a lot of money off of that. The Peacock deal just happened. They made a shitload of money off of that. And then they get some residual, but not a lot. But they don't care. They've already made the money, is my point, is that money has already been made now. So now
they're making money off of companies, but fans like you and me who've been watching it our entire lives, they're not making money off people like us no more.
No, they're not. I mean, not really. The house shows are bringing in some cash that they didn't have over the pandemic time, so that to them is stuff coming in. But it'd be so much bigger and greater if they didn't lose their audience. And
yeah, but hey, Joe, I gotta let you go, man.
You get out of here.
Amazon. I've been walking around the building talking to you for about 10 minutes.
I got you.
Have a good weekend, brother.
Have a good day, man. Show me your package. God damn, man, it's just I don't know what's next for them as far as making money because there's always something else. With the WWE, first it was we're launching the WWE Network. We're launching the WWE Network. They launched the WWE Network. Stocks went through the roof. People said, why would they do that and lose out on the pay-per-view money? Well, because in 1 year, they only lost $2 million. In 1 year, they lost $2 million of pay-per-view money. But their stocks went through the roof. So a WWE stock went from $9 eventually to $90. That's an $80 profit per share. And we're talking about people, investors, and the company, and Vince and everybody who have hundreds of thousands of shares. So when people are like, oh, how did they profit? Oh my God, they destroyed with the WWE launch. Because what's 80 times 150,000? Because some of the investors have 150,000 stocks. That's $12 million. You made the investors $12 million. Somebody bought stock in WWE a long time ago for $3 million. It's now $12 million. And they lost that stock. It went down to whatever it was, $5 million, $6 million. Now it's $12 million. They crushed it. They absolutely crushed it. This is a weird number. 001, what's up?
You all right, Joe? How are you, mate?
What's going on, man? Where are you, in Australia?
Yeah.
Okay, New Zealand, Australia. It's Australia. What's up, brother?
Right, well, I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. I'm lost for words, to be honest. I'm lost for words. I don't get how this company can be so shit for so long.
I don't either. I don't know. Well, because if they didn't make this money, that's how they can do it. Because 1994, 1995, we were in the same boat then, and
I think it might be different. I don't think there's a way. You see, at 1995 they had a get out because of the Attitude Era. They don't have that this time. There's no way of making it back and almost making wrestling good again.
Yeah.
Not in WWE anyway. Like, it's just so shit.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I can't see a way.
No, that's the problem. Is they have no. I don't know. See, that's the thing is, I don't think they need the Attitude Era. They just have to get better at this, and they could do that.
They have to make stars. Like, they have to make a Stone Cold or make a Rock.
Right.
They don't have that. They don't. They had it with CM Punk, and he fucked off.
And Vince said he doesn't want to do that. He's actually said he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to have what's Roman Reigns? The thing is, I'll give them that. They have the heel. They've got the heel. They've got Roman. That's perfect, but they don't have the face. So they do have one part. I'll give them that. They have the one part, but they're missing the guy to play with him, to play ball with him.
Maybe what they're trying to do is they're gonna almost do like The Rock, where he was a heel, and then almost hope that everyone starts to like him. And Roman don't have the charisma of The Rock, so he's never going to be a face. And I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to do the whole Rocky Maivia shit, and hopefully people start to like him and be a cool heel. And even though he said some missionary line that it was okay, it wasn't great.
Yeah,
no one gives a shit.
Everyone's making a big deal of how great that was or whatever. It's like, that is sad. I mean, how sad is that? I mean, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Like, it was funny and it was pretty good, but that's not The Rock. The Rock, I mean, Roman still felt weird delivering it, didn't he? He was like, come on, nah, it was good, but I don't know.
He's good. He's a good heel. I don't think he's a good face. He's a good heel. I don't think he's a good face. The Rock is a great face, and I think he's almost like that poster boy where everyone will look at him and go, oh yeah, that's WWE. People look at Roman Reigns and think, oh okay, right, oh, okay, just a random wrestler heel. There's not that guy, and I think that's where they're gonna struggle.
They need that Stone Cold type of person or The Rock, because somebody that can say crazy shit and good stuff, that can be all over social media, that's going to make, because people always say, oh, it wouldn't work now or back in the day, but I think it would, because I think if the Attitude Era was today and Stone Cold and The Rock were doing what they were doing and DX and stuff, that stuff would be all over social media. People would be losing their minds to watch, what the hell is this? I got to go watch what's going on here.
And you know who done that? CM Punk, 2011. Right. Everyone was all over it. It was all over YouTube. It was all over everywhere. He was getting on like all the American TV shows, never seen before. Yep. And guess what they've done? They had him fucking buried by fucking Triple H. 2 months later at Night of fucking Champions. It wasn't even a SummerSlam. It was just a B-level pay-per-view.
Right.
They've been buried. They don't care. And this is what they've done with Bray Wyatt. They had him lose at WrestleMania, stole his idea. It was his idea. He made that shit. They stole it and gave it to Alexa, who, by the way, doesn't have any. There's no connection like prior, like at the Wyatt family. There's no connection with Alexa Bliss. So it just makes no sense.
I mean, it's not their idea. That's the whole thing. It's not their idea. They're like, oh, this isn't our idea. This is this fucking weird New York, Connecticut mindset. Like, I've noticed this. I don't know what it is. Business people out there, it's the same thing. It's not their idea, so they don't like it. So they'll kill it if it's not their idea. It's a weird fucking mindset, but it does exist over here, especially in the Northeast in America. I don't know what it is.
It's almost like if they don't have control over an idea, they're almost scared of what if it becomes so big that it's bigger than. And I think The Rock is sort of that. The Rock became bigger than WWE. Yeah. And I don't know if you know about his whole contract in 2005 where they just didn't renew it.
Yeah.
And he went to Hollywood and they thought, he'll fail and he'll come back. No, he was actually bigger than WWE, and now he is bigger than WWE. And they don't want another Rock. They don't want Roman Reigns to be The Rock, leave in 5 years, go to Hollywood, and basically leave them high and dry. And that's the problem.
Yeah, they want it so that, and they kind of got it a little bit, like even 4 years ago, 5 years ago, they had it pretty good because they had enough people in the crowd that were like, I'm here for AJ Styles. And then there were other people, I'm here for Kevin Owens. Other people, I'm here for Roman. I'm here for the Shield. I'm here for that. So they had what they wanted, which was together as all our wrestlers, we bring people into the seat. So no one wrestler could leave and it would hurt the whole company.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what they wanted. But now they don't have that. Everyone's kind of boring now, and it's just sunken.
Who do you watch? Who do you watch WWE for? Like, if you watch on Monday night, right?
Yeah.
Who do you watch? Who do you think that's on that show you think, I'll watch? Because I know The Fiend was that in 2019. I literally only watched for the Firefly Funhouse, and then I turned off. So who is that in 2021
There's nobody
right now?
There's nobody. I watch it. I watch it because I have to review it. I almost wonder if I wasn't doing this, I would love to know what I really think of it. Like I know I think I wouldn't watch it at all because I know I wouldn't watch it because I turn it on. There's only one other time in history at my 37 years old that I ever didn't watch WWE, and it was it's not because WWE was bad. It's because I had so much going on in my real life that I didn't watch it. And I remember during the time of not watching it thinking, I can't believe I don't watch Raw every week anymore. And it was the year 2003, I think, 2000, like from WrestleMania 19 to WrestleMania 21. I barely watched a lot. I watched a little bit, but I watched WrestleMania, I watched all that stuff, but I missed a lot of Raw. And it was because I was busy in my life. But I can tell you right now that at this time, I would not watch Raw. I might watch SmackDown once in a while, maybe. But man, I can tell because when I turn it on, I don't want to watch it. And then I review it. And I go, okay, this is going to be shitty. And there's some weeks where, remember, like Raw was somewhat good once this year. And I remember I was excited during the review because there was lots of stuff to talk about. Even though I gave it a 5 out of 10, there was all this stuff to say, this is really bad, this was pretty good. And
I think it's probably low lat is because it's been so shit that if you get a little bit of good, you're almost like, oh wow, it's actually just a little bit good. So you almost overhype it a bit.
Yeah.
And that's what I think that is. I think your standards are so low with wrestling right now that anything good that happens, you're like, oh my God, it's the best thing ever.
My 11-year-old dude, when he was 10, when Gavin was 10, my son, he said to me, he goes, he watched AEW with me for a little bit. He watched for about an hour. And he was like, yeah, this is better. It like doesn't look as good as WWE. Like it looks like it's more whatever. But he goes, this looks He goes, this looks realer. He goes, is this are they really fighting in this company? That's what he said. He goes, it looks realer. I'm like, why don't you like WWE? He goes, I don't know. It's just I don't get it. It's boring. Like I'm like, really? I'm like, my 10-year-old thinks WWE's boring and AEW might be real, is what he said.
Yeah, I think that's literally a nail on the head. And so Daniel Bryan's going to go to AEW, right? You watch him in his last match against Roman Reigns or even the WrestleMania match, and you watch him when he's at AEW, you will see a massive difference. It will look more real. It will look like he cares more. I guarantee if you watch, it'll only be a 6-month gap. If you watch that WrestleMania match with Daniel Bryan, Edge, and Roman versus whoever he faces at AEW, it could be anyone. Orange Cassidy, who cares? It will be fucking so much better.
Yeah.
So much better.
Look at Brody Lee in AEW. Remember when he came? It was like, wow. Like look at everything Luke Harper, Brody Lee did in AEW. Like whether it was comedy or whether it was this serious badass leader. He was scary at times and he was hilarious at times on the YouTube side of things. But in WWE, he was nothing. He was just a quiet guy who could wrestle really well. He should have been in all these intercontinental matches. They didn't do it really. And he's a great example. Like he did more in AEW in a year almost.
Because he was given time, creative control. Like CM Punk, what he said about the money, he wanted creative control. Luke Harper got creative control, became Brody Lee, he was basically given what any superstar in WWE, no, it's not a superstar, wrestler in WWE would want, and that's just creative control. Not having, you watched the investors call where they said something about the writers, stop hiring writers and focus more on the actual product. That's it. That's exactly the problem. They're focused on micromanaging, making sure these wrestlers are tightly knit to this WWE product, so they don't almost grab that shitty brass ring that don't exist and they just keep fending and little by little and then kill them in their push. In AEW, they're allowed an 8-month, 9-month build, so we become invested in their character and we actually start to think, right, he's actually any good. Because if Brody Lee was able to do the shit he'd done in WWE, it would have been the same as The Fiend. The hype level would have been the same.
And listen, AEW has problems too. We do. We call out when we think AEW. See, that's the fun thing though. AEW, when they mess up, it's fun to rant about and say, why did they do this? But they have so much good stuff that it's okay. So, but WWE is just all boring.
And fix on it. And they'll think, right, that was shit. Like the thing with the ring blow up. Oh yeah, we acknowledge it. It was shit. Even like 2 minutes later, John Moxley, he literally said something about it being shit. He just acknowledged it. If that happened in WWE, they would brush it under the carpet. Michael Cole the next night would go, "Oh, the major ring fucking blow up." It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, they would have added some digital effects to it or something.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're too caught up in thinking that they have it right. They don't want to change. And it's because the guy who's been running it has run it for 40 years, and this is just natural. It's not even really his fault. He is basing all his wrestling knowledge from 40 years ago. Time has evolved. He isn't about it. He doesn't know. And CM Punk said it, and I hate to bring it up, but he's my favorite wrestler, and I'm so happy he's back, so I keep mentioning him. He said it. It's 2011. It's not 1994. And he was, and I don't think he was saying that to Kevin Nash. I think he was saying that to Vince McMahon. I seriously do. And I seriously believe if Triple H or anyone else, it would be NXT 2015 or 2016, the prime NXT, all over again. Because the talent's there. The talent is
and
there.
NXT started changing the second they put it on TV and Vince got involved. It's completely
USA
ruined
Network,
it.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'll let you go. I appreciate the call, dude. Where are you? Are you in Melbourne?
Well, I'm in London right now, but.
Oh, I thought you were in Australia.
No, I'm from London.
Oh, see, the more you talked, I was like, that's not an Australian accent. That's a British accent.
Yeah, I'm from Rhodes. I'm from Rhodes, innit?
Oh, okay. I have Yorkshire and Ireland family, so like I don't know. But all right.
Fair play, mate.
Yeah, have a good rest of the day, brother. Thank you.
You too. Thank you, Joe. Have a good evening.
Call up anytime, man. Oh, yeah, it's late for you now. All right.
Yeah, it's quite late. Bye.
Good call. I said Australia at first because I thought he was Australian accent, and then the more he talked, I'm like, this is a British accent, some kind of from England. So then I had to say that at the end. I'm like, this is not an Australian accent at all. So yeah, dude, just what a mess. Let's go back to the donation. I know there's donations waiting to be played. Great call, by the way. Shit bomb. You become Lokedown King.
A shit bomb.
What's up, Lokedown King?
I can't see them sticking with this move.
Yeah, that's what the caller was saying, man. He was saying like, well, they'll bring him back or whatever. I mean, just like people think that they're going to bring Braun Strowman back and all this stuff. Because now Braun Strowman's gone and Bray Wyatt's gone. That's weird, isn't it? That's a little strange. So they could get rid of him to bring him back, like, or something, you know, as some kind of thing. But...
Shit bomb.
Yikes, this is rough.
Been a while. If anyone thinks AEW is going to be the savior with CM Cuckdaron for a reality check, Tony Khan is no better than Triple H and Stephanie. All three are killing pro wrestling. Pro wrestling.is dead. Mickey James is a whiny ass.
Bimbo Baggins, I mean, you might be a little bit right, Bimbo Baggins. You know, oh, I post my picture of my bag and someone gets fired. I mean, everyone's a scumbag now, aren't they? You know, but at least AEW is entertaining me. That's the thing, though. I'm entertained by AEW. That's all that matters. They do bad things, they do good things, but I'm entertained more than in WWE. So I don't think shit bomb. No one's going to be the savior.
You become
until they create
a shit bomb.
A Stone Cold or Hogan.
Bray Wyatt had the potential to be polarizing figure in WWE, which not many people have right now on the main roster. I wish him luck. Also, hi Joe.
What's going on, Man Moore? Thanks for the $4.99, bro. We've been live for like an hour and a half now, I think. Man Moore, thank you, brother. If you're looking to see me blow a gasket, I already did that earlier, so rewind the video. I'm pretty sure my voice is leaving me at this point. Shit bomb! Monetize this was...
You become a shit bomb.
Jake DeMarco cashed in.
NXT is now AU development. F. Vince McMahon.
Well, Vince said it. You know, Vince says it right here.
not anywhere near close to that. And I'm not so sure what their investments are as far as their talent is concerned, but perhaps we can give them some more.
That's Vince McMahon saying, well, maybe we can give them some more talent soon. And he goes, perhaps we can give them some more talent soon. Dude, he said that, what was that, 2 days ago? He said that 2 days ago. He said, perhaps we can give them some more talent soon. 2 days later, Bray Wyatt's gone. That's hilarious. He literally was telling you, like, oh, we're about to give them Bray Wyatt.
I'm not so sure what their investments are as far as their talent is concerned, but perhaps we can give them some more.
Ah, man. That is wildly hilarious. Thanks to Jerome7, who became a subscriber a minute ago. Thank you, brother. What's up? There's a new feature now at the bottom of all my videos that says, thanks! And then there's a $sign. It really means give me money, but it says thanks with a $sign. So now you guys, on every video I post, if you guys like the video and you want to sponsor it, you guys can donate $1, $5, whatever you want. The top person that donates, I'm going to stick them and pin them to the top of the comments. So that's on videos that come out that are already recorded. So it's a great way to make some income from videos that I've recorded since the commercials aren't that good, right? And since it won't be live. So you'll see a lot more videos and podcasts from me coming out because that feature will enable people to help out. So that'll be really cool. So if the video makes $5 from advertising and somebody drops $5 or $10, well, then that video potentially could have made $15. And then that's pretty good, you know, for me, I guess. So that's a cool new feature that I do appreciate YouTube for launching that. So, I mean, I've been suggesting it for only 10 years now, but I'm glad they finally put it out because it's easy to do and it's fun. Charlie Sees All, thank you for subbing. What's going on? Charlie Caruso? Charlie Caruso sees all. No, Charlie sees all. Thank you. What else we got coming in here? A lot of phone calls.
Duncachino? Don't mind if I do. What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Will WWE treat Reigns like Hogan, or will he eventually be overshadowed and become the old thrown-out toy? Bray will be the leader of the Dark Order.
No, see, I think Alex Ole, they will keep him at the level that he's at perfectly. Like, it's like he's just not quite good enough to be an A+ or a B+. He's right perfectly at that B- level there where he can't become a megastar. So Reigns is fine, Alex, right where he is. Dylan, what's up, Dylan? Thank you for subbing to the channel, Dylan Montroy. What's going on, brother? Guys, make sure you guys re-up your Patreon if you guys can for next month. We're going to have more on there, and the month is going to restart tomorrow. So thanks for any help going forward. Sinister has subscribed to the channel. What's going on?
Sinister. Rough.
My dog's losing it upstairs. We're about to see what's coming up next. Sinister, thank you.
Shitty in Philly, gritty, yo, this whole city, we're gritty, yo, we might eat our own shitty, yeah.
Oh, it's the Soundwave 92.
In the city of Philly, we eat shitty, we're gritty as can be, we can survive off our motherfucking own feces. In Philly, we're gritty, in Philly,
Come on.
this whole city, we'll eat our own shitty. In Philly, that's why our mascot looks like a...
Bray Wyatt literally created a whole new gimmick because his old one was buried into the fucking ground by Vince's booking, and now his new gimmick has been given to fucking Alexa, who never needed it in the first place.
Right.
You can't make this shit up.
Oh my God, Soundwave, that is so true and perfect. That is so hilarious. He unburied his own character after the WWE buried his character. And now they buried the new character. Oh my God, that's funny. Frank G, what's up? Thanks for subbing to the channel, man. How are you? Thank you, Frank. The Dark Order versus the House of Black feud in AEW 2022. Daryl Stoltz prediction. We got about 4 more minutes here, and I'm out. Amit, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Maybe we can bring back The Rock and Stone Cold for one night. Goldberg, that would be so great. Sarcasm. It's basically what WWE's whole thought process is bring back these guys. Dude, Stone Cold Steve Austin coming back the last couple times he came back was more interesting than anybody else. It really exposed how bad the roster is to me. Antoine Richardson, thank you for subbing to the channel. What's up? Guys, I had a blast with you. I'm up against the time to get out of here. I want to say thanks to everybody who's subscribing right now. Raul Maldonado Rodriguez has subscribed as well. Thank you for doing that. Daily wrestling news, videos, rants, and podcasts by me right here on the Joe Cronin Show. We've been doing it since 2012 here on YouTube, specifically wrestling. So I'm going to keep doing it as we always do. Always live after WWE, always live after AEW. Throughout this week, it's going to be an interesting week now going forward with this news. CM Punk looks like obviously 100% coming to AEW. They've sold 14,000 tickets, all right, just on the idea that CM Punk's going to be there. So, I mean, that's incredible stuff. You know, WWE has brought in Cena to almost all their house events, house shows, and things to sell tickets to these events and to try to sell at MSG. Obviously, that's going to be a tough one, but they'll probably do that. But AEW will do it too. The not competition AEW is going to do it.
Competition in the way I would consider WCW back in the day, not anywhere near close to that. And I'm not so sure what their investments are as far as their talent is concerned, but perhaps we can give them some more soon.
Give them some more, Vince. Chelsea Green tweeted out. I don't know what this is. Let's see. She tweets out, very confused why me being supportive of Bray Wyatt does next. What Bray Wyatt does next pisses people off. Oh, Twitter, you never cease to amaze me, but really, I can't wait to see what he does. Well, Twitter's garbage, Chelsea, so your little crybaby post, you know, doesn't really matter because Twitter's just a piece of garbage. And it's always going to be a piece of garbage. Remember, people said Aleister Black was going to come back to WWE when they let him go, and people said that the officials were actually upset that they got rid of Aleister, and they realized, oh, they made a mistake. Let's bring him back. Well, that never went anywhere. In fact, he showed up in AEW. So I think AEW leaked those ideas to make you think he was going back to WWE, which is brilliant. So I think some people were working together on BSing that. So, I mean, that's just, you know, my opinion on that. Could be wrong. Could be right. If I took my life tonight, chances are that I might. Mutilation out of sight. Let's see. Is there any other news on Bray Wyatt? I'm scrolling through Twitter to see if there's anything else I can get into here on this or other people's comments. But yeah, I don't see anything else that's really coming out about this. Bray Wyatt gone because of budget cuts. We know that. As if there wasn't other ways that they could save this or take care of this. You know, I don't know. Oh, man. Damn, that little kid that saved his sister, I just saw his scar on Twitter. He's healing up pretty well. He's got like the Joker face now. That little kid, Hero Brother, who saved his sister from the dog attack, says he's proud of his scar. What a sweet little boy, man. What an awesome kid. That kid got just mangled up by a dog saving his sister, his little sister. And he's got a little bit of a red scar kind of thing on his face. That's a badass story, though. Every time you tell that story, that's going to pay off for that kid when he's older. Yeah, some kids may make fun of you now, you know, little man. When he's like 16 telling a girl that, you're going to get kissed, bro.
Book it. Hangman joins Dark Order as their leader. Months later, Hangman wins the title. They celebrate in the ring. Lights out, Bray appears. Dark Order turns on Hangman. Bray is the new Exalted One.
Well, kayfabe, that's an interesting idea, and I like the ideas of this. The problem is that they said they would never be another leader because of Brody Lee. There could never be another leader. So, I mean, never say never. And I'm sure Brody Lee would, like, I still can't even believe Brody Lee's dead, bro. I still can't even talk about it like that because I can't believe he's dead. I can't believe he's gone. I just can't fucking believe it. But, you know, obviously they had a relationship, and that would definitely help and definitely be something. Can you imagine if AEW brings in and does the Fiend, but does it in AEW? I don't even know if people want that, if they really want the magic stuff to happen in AEW. You know, people are just beside themselves on Twitter now, baffled, surprised, shocked, angry, confused. What the hell has happened today? I've already ranted on everything that I could. This is so weird. I mean, I have no idea what to say about this. I can't believe they did, like, this is the way things went. You know, but that's it, man. That's all. I scrolled through the news to see if there was any other takes that I could take out of this. And I don't see any other good takes really from it. I've scrolled through a lot of shit here. And there's really nothing else to say, but so confusing. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, and I will see you guys potentially tonight live here on the Joe Cronin Show, whether it's a throwdown or gaming or something tonight on the show. Last night was monetized. This Jake DeMarco cashed in. If you missed it, go back and watch it. It's fucking great. Go enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. And now we're out of here.
When Raw, SmackDown, WWE, or AEW end, tune in to the Joe Cronin Show. Live on YouTube for review and reaction. Joe Cronin and Jake break down all the action. All of it. The Joe Cronin Show. Your source for wrestling opinions, news, and insanity. A wrestling podcast with attitude. Mature audiences only. Join our community of over 70,000 people. Subscribe free on YouTube to The Joe Cronin Show.